Steve, congratulations to you. Big honor for you, I'm sure. A big thrill going into the Hall of Fame here tonight. What are the emotions right now?
You know, it's like I said, when Kevin called me and told me, it was like, I was 40 years ago. You guys still remember me? And it was an honor. It was kind of shocking. Plus, it was 6 in the morning my time. But other than that, I just stopped there and said, "Wow, you know, I never." Well, they didn't even have a Hall of Fame when I came here. I mean, you know, and then to be in there with like Rennie and Sid and Carl Hess, Ed Vickers, it's unbelievable. It's a great honor.
Well, you were part of some really good basketball teams here at Liberty from 1980 to 1983, a two-time All-American as well in 82 and 83. What do you remember most about that time period, though? Certainly the campus has changed a lot since then, but what do you remember most about your time here?
You know what? I think, well, of course, the first year we won the NCAA national title.
It's kind of hard to top that.
It is, exactly. My freshman year, and I'm playing with Carl and Ed, and we're just winning and winning and winning, and we're traveling all over the place. First time I ever got on the planes when I came down to Liberty. I'm 18 years old. I'd never been anywhere. And we start going to Florida and all these different places. My freshman year, it was just like a maze. I mean, this is unbelievable. What am I doing this? I never thought I'd even play at Liberty when I first came down. And those guys just took me in, both Carl and Ed, and Steve, you could do this. You could help us out this year. So they worked with me, and Ed especially worked with me. And I owe a lot to him on that, yeah.
Well, you guys won a lot of games that year, 28-11, and then you mentioned Carl Hess and Ed Vickers on the team there as well. You were a big contributor as it turned out. What do you think gave you that confidence to step in there right away?
I think my Ed, like I was saying, Ed, Carl, we had gosh, now I'm spacing out, but my teammates actually just came, and actually Coach Gibson. Coach Gibson was always there. You can do it, Steve. You could help us out this year, and we need a big guy. You know, because when I first got there, they had 3 big guys, and I'm going, all of them are bigger than me too. And I'm going, I don't even know, I'm just sitting the bench the whole time, but I think the coaches and a couple of players saw it in me, said, you know, you got the drive, you want to do it, so let's go for it. And I said, okay.
Well, you're 5th all-time in scoring still here to this point. You averaged 14 points and 9 rebounds a game in your career. All-time leading rebounder still here at the time of this taping as well. We talked a little bit about this beforehand. Rebounding is such an effort stat, and you've got to want to get a rebound. And I think that's probably just as much as anything as folks instilling the confidence in you, but then also you just wanting to be good.
Mm-hmm. Well, exactly. And, you know, like my freshman year, we had shooters. Carl, Ed, I didn't need to shoot. As soon as I saw that ball, I'm going for it. And that's I think where I start to learn how to go get rebounds. Is I know that was my job, to get the rebounds. I can make it, put them back in or put it back out to Carl, you know, and it just worked. And that's really where I started to, you know, I mean, even high school I was very competitive. Don't get me wrong, and I'd go after things. But when I got here and saw my role, and I said, this is what I can do for the team this year. And it just went off from there.
Got a little tough after that, though. You lose Ed, you lose Carl, and then the following year you have 5 wins. And it's all of a sudden reality sets in, right? You know, winning's not so easy, is it?
Exactly. That was it. You know, we lost a couple of those games right off the beginning by 1-2 points. And it just seemed like that after that, we kind of broke down a little bit, kind of get a little discouraged, you know, like you said, when we were 28-11 and having this losing season. But, you know, there was some good things that came out of losing. I think that the guys that were still there, we got together, we said, hey, you know, let's finish out the season strong, let's not quit on each other, and we'll build for next year. And that's what we did.
And you had a coaching change towards the end of your career. Jeff Meyer would take over, the all-time winningest coach here at the university, and kind of got things going again. You guys add Eric Gordon, your players get a little bit older. How much did that really change the dynamic of things, and how rewarding was it to see it build?
Yeah, it changed it completely when Coach Myers came in. A new program, a new everything, and opened up our eyes. He was on us hard, and and sometimes we needed that. Sometimes we didn't, though. But I always tell him that. But no, we learned a lot from Coach Meyer, and I think everybody just got to get together, and this is my role with Coach. This is what he expects from us. Let's go out and do it. And we were one game from going to Kansas City with him my junior year, so it worked out really good. And then the next year we just build on that.
Yeah, and you got to be there for the transition to NAIA and go to the tournament, and you did play in Kansas City before it was all said and done in Kemper Arena. What kind of a thrill was that?
Oh my goodness. We were just talking there. I have 6 of my teammates that came in for this honor, this award, and we were talking about that last night and how amazing playing in that facility. We come from a small school, really small back in those days, and to go in there and your eyes are just open, like, wow, where's the baskets? And just be able to go in there and to play the way we played that tournament was so exciting. And we still talk about it to today. How we just went there, no one expected us to win a game. We were talking about that last night, saying how we would pack our clothes in the morning when we left the hotel because we were figuring we were losing and getting on the plane and going home. And we go back, unpack, next morning do the same thing. We did that 3 times. So yeah, it was very exciting.
Were you ever tempted to leave them in the drawer one morning, the clothes? We're playing pretty good. Maybe we can, you probably don't want to change the mojo at that point.
No, that was our routine, so we didn't want to mess anything up, exactly. It was so exciting, yeah.
Well, as you look back on that now, and you live in Alaska now, and how did Liberty mold you into the man you are now? Certainly, you met your wife here. That was one key ingredient, I'm sure, but how did Liberty affect your life for what it is now?
Well, coming here, that's one of the reasons I came here. I was telling my wife today, it was 40 years ago, last month, that I stepped foot on this campus. I walked in here today, and I still have that feeling of, wow, this is the place. We didn't have the buildings back then, beautiful buildings here now, but it's the people. It's the people that would come up to you and help you along in life. And I think that's what you learn from this university, is to go out and help other people and care about people. We had Dr. Falwell would come up 9, 10 o'clock at night in our dorms, knock on our door, come in and say, hey, how you guys doing? Can I help you with anything? And to me, we're just, wow, this is a man that really cares about his students, his university, and I think that continues that in your life. I work up in Alaska now. I work construction, and it's not a ministry field, but it is for me, because we have young kids coming up today that their work ethics, they don't have it, and so I'm there to help them. And I enjoy that. I enjoy teaching these younger kids because we definitely need them. Well, you see all the construction going on here. If we don't have those guys out there doing this, we don't have these buildings. And I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do is to mentor these younger guys. And I think, that's what Liberty does to them. And it's just like Brown was saying, that's the purpose of our life, I believe, to go out and help people.
Steve, we appreciate the time. Congratulations to you.
All right, thank you.